What is going on YouTube? Another video come at you from JD's Nerdverse. My name is JD. Let's dive into this. Before I do, please hit the subscribe button, hit your notification bell, get videos like this all the time. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. My Twitter handle is at JD's Nerdverse, and my Instagram is JD's _nerd _verse. So today we are doing the ranking. We've been kind of a series where we're going through using Tier Maker, ranking all the videos or movies in every era of Disney. We've done the Golden, we've done Silver, and now we're going to do the Bronze or the Dark Age, as some people have called it. So again, my list is my list. It's not anything based on monetary earnings. It's not anything like that. It's just what I like and what I don't like. And sometimes I do take in some account, like I respect something high enough to put it high enough on the list. That's just my MO. So without further ado, here are the movies that are in this tier: Robin Hood, The Great Mouse Detective, Aristocats, Oliver and Company, The Fox and the Hound, The Rescuers, Winnie the Pooh, and The Black Cauldron. Okay? So the worst movie in this era to me is Winnie the Pooh. I'm sorry, it's nothing against Winnie the Pooh. I watched a lot of the show when I was a kid. You know the song Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear, and a lot of it's just this movie is one that just did not. I just don't like. I just don't like it. I've never have. It just didn't feel like a normal. Like it just didn't feel like a Disney animated movie the way the other ones do. Just didn't like it. It's nothing against the movie. But I'm just not really a fan of this movie, personally. Just not. It's nothing bad, nothing really wrong with it. I just don't like it. Black Cauldron. Now, a lot of people will rank this one as the worst one. It's also one of the lowest ranked movies in Disney lore. It's not bad. The problem is, they took some risks. And they took the wrong risks on the wrong movie. And it almost cost Disney their entire being of what they are. But, I mean, the premise of the movie isn't bad. It's not bad. It's got some pretty funny characters in it. The problem is it came out the worst time. It was horribly done, and you have a villain that should be iconic, but it's not, because it just, the movie didn't do well, so not a lot of people see it. Not a lot of people are aware of it. It's ranked as one of the worst Disney movies ever, and I think in this era it's definitely lowest ranked. It should be lowest ranked based on monetary. But I honestly don't hate the movie. It's not like it's bad. It's just hard to throw the things they want to throw in this movie with the animation style they had. It had to have been really difficult to do. So I commend them for trying, but it just wasn't, to me, it just wasn't extremely good. And they could have done more. They could have done better, whatever you want to call it. They could have just done a little bit more with it. The next movie on the list is The Fox and the Hound. Now this one, I love this movie. It's fantastic. It's a great movie. It's fun. It's about a fox and a hound. They become friends. And then the hound grows up and has to hunt the fox, and he's kind of just got to figure out what he wants to be. And he has a master who wants to kill everything under the sun, hunt everything, which I'm not opposed to hunting, but kind of a little excessive in that guy's part. It's just like he collected so many pelts. But the movie's fun. It's got some good songs. It's got really a good message. Even though you come from different backgrounds, you can still be friends. It's got a great message for kids. And again, there's a lot of these movies. And I'd actually honestly say the last two on this list, the Winnie the Pooh and Cauldron, I probably only watched like 1 or 2 times. Probably because I didn't like them that much. Fox and the Hound, watched it tons of times. Tons of times. The two little birds that fall around the owl and are friends with the owl are funny to me. So, yeah, Fox and the Hound, solid movie. Next one, The Rescuers. The Rescuers, this is one of the rare examples where the sequel is probably better than the first one, but the first one was pretty solid. It's got a good premise. You got this organization that helps kids, rescues kids, whatever the case may be, and you got the goofy. I think it's Buddy Wackett did the voice of the bird. I can't remember the bird's name right now. The Alcatraz. It's funny. It's got a decent villain. I mean, it doesn't have a great villain, but it's got a decent villain. Yeah, there's just the selfishness for Jules, and she's willing to sacrifice a kid to do it. It's okay. Here's the thing here. There hasn't been a good villain really in this movie. In this era so far, not a great villain at all. Not one at all. So, and if I keep looking through my list, yeah, there's not really any that emerge in this era. That's why this era as highly rated as other eras. So the next one on my list is the Aristocats. I absolutely love this movie. It is funny. It is comical. It's got good musical numbers. There's some really good kind of adult humor in it as well, where the mouse is kind of chasing after the cats because he's following them, and someone's like drinking, and all of a sudden he dumps out his bottle of wine or whatever he's drinking. So some pretty good adult jokes in it. Got some pretty good songs. Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. Thomas O'Malley, O'Malley the Alley Cat. There's a bunch of them. They're very well done. And got a little bit of different kind of characters built around the movie, and it comes together to make a very solid movie. But again, this movie does not have a great villain. The villain's a dorky little butler. That's the villain in this movie. You might have some other like obstacles in the way, but it's not the true villain. The true villain's a butler who throws cats away so he can inherit money. But I don't think he paid attention, because the way it sounds is like he's going to inherit the money. He gets the cats with it. That's the way it sounds. So, good movie. Love the movie, and I could sit down and watch this movie anytime. I can't wait till my daughter's old enough to kind of comprehend it so we can watch it together. And then and also there's two dogs that are like are pretty funny. And next one is it's got the actual, I think it's the Spanish translation or Italian. Oliver the Pandilla. I don't know what Pandilla means. I think it means company. I think it's Spanish. Honestly, I do. But Oliver and Company is a fantastic movie. I think it's the last movie that was made chronologically in this era, before you started getting into the post-Renaissance era. So Oliver and Company really just showed Disney. It actually was a turning point in Disney. Actually, the number one movie was the first turning point because it saved Disney before this movie could even be thought of. But they learned that they can put real good singers and like pop stars and performers actually in there and get really good musical numbers, and people are going to want to see that. It resonates with people. You had Billy Joel. Billy Joel was singing in this. You had Tina Turner. So you had good voice work too. You had Cheech or Chong, one of the two. I don't remember which one. I think it's Cheech. So they started learning here that you can put really good voice work people into. Actually, I stand corrected. In The Rescuers, it was not Buddy Wackett. I know who it is. I can see his face, but it was not Buddy Wackett. That's the Alcatraz. That's the Scully, or Scuttles, or whatever his name is in Little Mermaid. So I do want to correct myself. Buddy Wackett was not it. I know the voice and I can see his face. I just can't think of his name. But anyway, Oliver and Company, fantastic music numbers. Some of the better music numbers. A very good story. Stray cat gets in with a group of stray dogs that are just kind of roughing it as a team, and then someone finds the cat and wants to keep them, and then hilarity ensues, so to speak. And again, another bad villain in this movie. I do think that Buddy Wackett does play the voice of the wimpy guy who owns all the dogs, who has them. So number 2 on my list is a movie that I personally really enjoy. Is Robin Hood. The cartoon version of this movie. Any movie that makes something based on Robin Hood, I honestly go see because I really enjoy it. The last couple versions of it have not been good, but Robin Hood Men in Tights was great, and so was the Robin Hood movie with what's his name, Kevin Costner, and then you also have this one. These three are fantastic. The one with Russell Crowe was I actually personally liked it because it's actually more to the actual lore of what Robin Hood is. Then you also have the newer one, which is not even close. It's kind of like a fantasy Robin Hood, but it's okay. It's not bad. Vigilante stories really resonate with me. I really enjoy them. This one done very well. It's ironic that Robin Hood is a fox because he's stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. And I got to correct that because he's actually not stealing from the rich. He's stealing from the government and giving back to the people. That's what he's stealing. So, very good movie for what it is about. It does a great job of kind of masking what should be a lot of violence, but it's not. It's just about survival and helping people, get from day to day and survive. And then the number one movie in this era to me, and it's not even close. I like this one way more than Robin Hood, way more than Oliver and Company. The Great Mouse Detective is to me the best movie in this era. It's probably my favorite Disney movie of all time, honestly. So well done. This is the mouse that saved Disney. Disney was very close to folding it in, getting rid of their animation department, and not doing anime movies, at least for a while, and they might revamp in the future. But they were contemplating that, and then this movie came out, made good money, and they realized that they can make good movies. They can still make good movies with good plots. So it's basically Mouse as Sherlock Holmes, and this one, honestly, probably has a more iconic villain than the others in this era. It probably has the most memorable villain. Everyone remembers Ratigan. I think that's his name. Yeah, very fantastic movie. I love the Sherlock Holmes story. You have kind of a combination here because I'm a big Batman fan. If you have not known that by watching my other videos, I'm a huge Batman fan. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see it. Okay. I had to look behind me. Because if you look behind me, over my entrance to the kitchen is a massive Batman symbol. But it's kind of these two movies are combinations of one of my favorite things, which is Batman. Batman is the real life version, superhero version of Sherlock Holmes, and Robin Hood is a vigilante. So when you combine the two things, you get Batman. So it makes sense why both these things resonate with me. So going through my list, number 1 is The Great Mouse Detective. Number 2 is Robin Hood. Number 3 is Oliver and Company. Number 4 is The Aristocats. Number 5 is The Rescuers. The Fox and the Hound is number 6. And The Black Cauldron is number 7. And Winnie the Pooh is number 8. So what is your ranking? What do you rank these 1 through 8? Let me know in the comment section down below. All right. And if you comment, I'll give you a like. And I want to hear your input. So thank everyone for watching. This has been JD's Nerdverse. My name is JD. And you have yourself a good one. See ya.